Namaste, my friend. Same question. How many times you were upset last week? And what you did to get out of that upset? And if no, you are progressing. And if the frequency, intensity, and the recovery period is very fast, so obviously it is a sign of the progress that we do not notice. And how is your life changing or not changing day by day? Do you recall the principles in your mind while living? Did you reflect upon what we learned last time? O mind, be at peace, this will also pass. How many times you were upset, anxious? And how many times you recalled and remembered, oh, this is the way I have to tackle these likes and dislikes, getting upset and getting into anxiety. That is the way the journey has to be undertaken. O mind, be at peace, this will also pass. So we are not overwhelmed by the mind, what it says and does. We are taking the mind on a ride. Anytime it enters into duality and a conflict, in any situation in a conflict, we remember, we recall, we repeat, we retain the knowledge, we assimilate it. So when we assimilate, we enter into a higher level of awareness. So what this higher level of awareness does, it takes us to the peace and the calm. It helps us to reach to that state of awareness where upset and anxiety has no place. That you have experienced many a times, but you have to realize it and recall. Close your eyes. Just eyes are closed. We will do such a simple practice we have done a couple of times to recognize that higher. We don't recognize that we are in peace and happiness. That is the problem. So eyes are closed and find out the most comfortable position of the body. Just in line, whatever the way you like. That's good. And then look inside the head. You know, when the mind in anxiety looks outside, we become anxiety. And when we look at the mind, we become aware of the thoughts, feelings, sensations, ideas, wrong notions. You work on the body means you are walking, doing a physical exercise. And the body works on you, it's totally different. So we are looking at what is happening in the mind. The thoughts are coming and going, feeling, sensation, etc., are coming and going. In that state, we go a little deeper to purify the mind. With eyes closed, body is steady, mind is aware, and you start breathing quick and short, gentle breath through both the nostrils. Keep on doing just quick, short, gentle breath through both the nostrils into the rib cage, into the ribs. That is important. Keep on doing. You may feel some changes in terms of the sensation, feeling. Our goal is to rise in awareness. Eastern wisdom has thousands of tools. But these tools, which we are doing today, are easy to follow, but with understanding. And stop it. Just experience the changes. Or I could say, what the mind is experiencing at present, just note it, just understand it, recognize it, accept it. And in that state of acceptance and recognition, the next step is take a deep breath into the belly, into the rib cage, up to the throat. Lips remain together, and while breathing out, gentle humming sound that reverberates inside the forehead. You have to adjust the tone. Longer the humming sound you do, and adjust your pitch in the sound of the humming, so much so that you start feeling the vibes all around your forehead and inside. You are doing it gently, but only one condition: you are doing the humming as long as possible.
In that state, stop the humming, find the changes. You will also discover that the mind is still living within, and now it is easy, calm, and relaxed. In that state, you follow it mentally. Mentally say Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. You said it, good. Now mentally, I will say the meaning and you say it in your mind. Let everyone be happy. May happiness prevail to all the living species. Now the knowledge, you think the way I'm thinking and check it if it is right. So if it is right, let the mind follow it. So why I said, may there be happiness for all? Happiness is the essential nature of all the living species on the earth. Happiness is the essential nature of your honey, your siblings, your children, your employee, every stranger. Why? If the happiness is my essential nature, it means happiness is the essential nature of every living being. You are aware of this fact. Say yes. So if you are aware of this fact, you have no right to get into anxiety, duality, and a conflict. Others do not know, others did not study. So they are searching happiness by getting into upset and anxiety and reaction and duality and a conflict. Are you clear? Second line, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Let everyone be in the state of well-being. That is the meaning. What about the knowledge?
when the mind is settled in our real self, it is always in the state of well being. How do you see? That real self is of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. So it has to be in the state of well being. No, no, but I have problems and challenges in the body. So you claim that you are the body, and the body is subjected to change. Don't you see my beard? I did not born with a beard. The body has to change. Body will continuously change. So one change is known as sickness, other change is known as the healthier state. So the body will continue. Yes. What should I do? The moment I have any challenges, I recognize the state of the well-being belongs to the real self and body continuously changes. I have to maintain the health of the body. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Are you getting it? Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Let everyone be blessed. That is the meaning. We have to extract the cream, the way we extract the cream out of the milk to make the butter and the cheese, etc. So it's a general knowledge. May everyone be blessed. So now we are extracting the cream. What is the cream? By thinking, by reflecting on it. Blessing and the grace is common to every living species on the earth. That existence is constantly blessing us, but because the mind is not aware of it. Why the mind is not aware? Because the mind lives with the impurities. Now see the blessing. Did we not both wake up in the morning? Is it not a blessing by the existence? Are we not breathing at this moment and alive? Is it not the blessing and the grace by the existence? Are we learning together? Is it not the blessing and the grace? That blessing and the grace is pouring on us at every moment in our life. We don't recognize. During the last 18, 19 minutes, I'm still alive. Is it not the blessing and the grace? Tell me. We don't recognize it. We bring in some issue to the mind based on the likes and dislikes and reaction and anger and hesitation and duality and a conflict. And then we start contemplating on that. Is it necessary? Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. The last line, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. Simple meaning, let none suffer from misery in the world. So when I say that let no one suffer from any kind of misery in the world, will it happen? Yes, it will happen. But it has a different meaning. That is how it will happen. How do you say that? No, I don't say anything. Teachers are saying. What the teachers are saying, that we are not worthy of suffering. Why? My nature is peace and happiness. Can you add the spice of suffering into peace and happiness? Is it possible? I mean to say, when you are in peace and happiness and calmness, simultaneously you have a stress and suffering. Is it possible? No. Why no? It is my essential nature. Suffering is not my essential nature. Now, where is the time now? The time is now to do nothing. Just live in that awareness. So sometime the mind becomes aware of the body, sometime aware of the breath, sometime aware of the thought. Let the mind flow naturally. You are simply aware. Mind is not heavily conditioned. You are not getting carried away by any thought. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly open your eyes gently. Maintain that state of calmness and joy and relaxation. That mind is living at a higher level of awareness. When we rise in awareness, the impurities drops and dissolves. When we live at a lower awareness simply the mind is habituated. It is thinking, speaking, and acting impulsively, instinctively, habitually, mechanically, based on the impressions it has accumulated over the years and learn how to react, how to get upset, how to get into anxiety. You simply declare you are not worthy of suffering. And then raise your awareness. What we have been learning from this book that is with you. So this book was written by one of the great masters. I just gave a commentary, a simple commentary. I'm not even capable enough. Whatever little I understand. So the first three sections are the introduction, and I have left that introduction part to you. We have learned, we had a couple of the sessions in that. So first three sessions, at least once a week, you should go through it. So we have already started the section 4. Section 4 means one verse. Verse means 4 lines. And the master who has written this verse, one verse, 4 lines, every line 2 principles. He summarized the teachings of all the books, all the great masters. He himself was a great master. So we will have a introduction of these 4 steps, and then we will take up each step in detail. Why we take up each step in detail? To understand clearly, to absorb the knowledge, and to start living a life like that. Vedo nityam adhiyatam. Oh, sorry. Let me speak in English. So the first principle is Master says study, acquire, retain the knowledge of the real self and also what is not real self. To begin the journey of the self discovery. So, first take up the last. What is self discovery? No, leave that self also. What is discovery? Have you seen the dictionary meaning? closely. Discover is uncover. But what to uncover? A person sends you a gift. The outermost layer is a wrapping with your name and address and message, whatever the message is. The second layer is the box to protect your gift. And the third layer, it may be a box, it may be a pouch in which the gift is placed. So, minimum three layers are there. A person who sends you a gift, and that person is wise, so he knows minimum three layers are required. The gift, where a gift lies? Inside. It is covered. Do you see the gift? No. Can you see the gift? Yes, by uncovering, by removing all the three layers. So you discover who sent you the gift. Eastern wisdom says self discovery. Now come to the word self discovery. Oh, so you mean to say the self is located within me, having three covers? Yes, we have three covers. What is the outermost cover? Wrap, impurities of the mind. What is the second cover? Our sense of restlessness, wandering, anxiety. What is the third cover? Ignorance. What is ignorance? That I know that I do not know my real self. The way we uncover three layers to discover, to find the gift. The gift is already there inside. Real self is already there inside. Real self is also nature of peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. That is already present inside. The gift is already present inside the three covers, three layers. Do you see that? Are you clear? So once we have understood the word self discovery, so what the master says, learn, listen, and learn from a teacher. This is the teacher and a seeker tradition. You can read the dead book and you forget it. Your mind gets carried away. So, book is not going to personalize and customize the session. Just to give you a brief, the book doesn't say, "Oh, you have not understood clearly." Um, Whether you study fiction and other play and other articles, that is okay. But listening and learning from a teacher is important in the Eastern West. First thing, first principle. We are talking about the first principle. So once we have, now he says, what he says that I should understand what is real self and what is not real self. Why? You have understood what is not a real self completely. What is left? What is left is the real self. One approach. You are awakened very fast to the real self inside. That makes you clear what is not real self. Two sides of a coin. You understand one side of the coin, you already know what is the other side. So this master will dedicate and will helps us understand the very first principle is that I should receive the knowledge from a teacher. What exactly is real self so that I can point out what is not real self. So we will go deeper into this step in the following session. No, but one example. One example would be that real self is unchanging reality. It never changes. What it means? It is not bound by the time. It is not limited to a space. Not only it is not changing reality, it is also all pervading. It is permeating everywhere. By this understanding, can I understand what is not me? Oh, yes, I can understand what is not me. How? Body is changing, yes, it is not me. Breath is changing, yes, it is not me. My thoughts are changing, it is not me. So if the thoughts are not me and it is constantly changing, I just maintain my awareness. Mind says you are in anxiety. Who says? Mind. Am I the mind? No. The moment you become aware of this, you have a cognitive ability. You're not learning the rocket science. It is so simple. But we forget it. Why we forget it? Because a lot of impurities are present in mind. So now see that we have understood. So gradually we will understand what is the first step. So once we understand the first step, the second step is what the second step says. Just a brief introduction so that you will have a better idea. Where is the second step? The second step is all about second step says know the duties and responsibilities in your life. First thing, so not only we should know the duties we need to perform in our personal, professional, and social and family life. How? Backed by the peace and happiness. How it is possible? It is not possible at all. It has never been possible in my life. No, it has been possible in your life many a times. You discussed with me, didn't you? Yes, you discussed with me. When we do any activities in our life, when we do every activity in our life as a play and a fun, you are doing your duties and responsibilities with reference to the peace and happiness. It does not create any problem. You are offering food to your friend or to your son just for the sake of offering the food. You don't keep any what we say in American English, you don't keep any grudge against, whether the person you like it or not. Why? You have cooked the food to serve out of love. Let the other person say, I like it or I don't like it. It doesn't make any difference. It should not make any difference. So we are performing the duty out of love. Our food, first there is a love and then there is a offering. That is how you live. You go to your office. You do what is right and good. That is known as the duty. I do what I'm supposed to do, and I don't do what I'm not supposed to do. If I do what I'm not supposed to do, I enter into anxiety, duality, conflict, reaction. It creates a sin. Have you heard about the sin of religion? So our master says that I am not supposed to do and I do it. First, it creates a reaction, anxiety, and they accumulate the sins in our life. And what is the duty? First, what is right and good? Second, what is my duty at this moment? My duty is to give you the best, pass on the best knowledge of the tradition, to help you awaken to that real self and bring an end to the suffering. That is my duty. Have you seen in any session? I enter into gossip, even if I enter into the gossip of a story that has a relationship with the knowledge only. So first, I understand what is right and good. Second, then I understand what I am supposed to do. So at present, I'm supposed to give a talk. When I'm at Walmart, then I'm supposed to buy. It's a little tricky, but not very deep, not very complex. So the second is that know the duties. I should know the duties in my life at different levels. I have a different role. I play my role happily. You are with your son. Son is upset. And you say that makes me upset. Really? Upset is an infectious disease? Airborne? How come it passes to your head? I know you will say I'm crazy, but that is the right question I'm asking. If one is upset, who has keeps a big face, who is talking, who is reacting, now is their reaction is an infectious disease, airborne disease. How come it enters into you? You just remember what is your duty and enjoy your calmness and peace. You don't allow the impact. You don't allow what others are doing and saying to you. What you are doing. You are doing what you are supposed to do. You are not doing what you are not supposed to do. If you are doing what you are not supposed to do, you will accumulate the sin, and the sin will manifest in unfavorable situation, in anxiety and duality and a conflict, host of other. Do you still remember the first principle that listen and learn from the teacher what is real self and what is not real self? Am I the mouse? No. So there are two divisions. The mouse is not self. I am the self. Then we understand what is the real self. First principle. So once we are clear about it, then the second step is to that we are steadfast, we are committed to work, and we are committed to work backed by the peace and happiness, not backed by the ego. To play our role by working in personal, professional, social, and family life. Son is there, mother's role. Come on, honey. Do you want tea, coffee? Do you want to eat? Come on, let me have it. And you offer the best. How he or she or your daughter or anyone responds and reacts, it's their problem. We'll understand the deeper significance of this step because it helps us to live our personal, professional, social, and family life without any stress, anxiety, duality, conflict. Third, I'm just giving you a brief of the four principles. The fourth principle, know how to identify with the existence and dedicate all actions to quieten the mind. Uh, Such a big statement. You can go through the book. Section 4, verse 1. Out of the verse 1, we have first four steps. So now see, pay attention. No, I should understand how to identify myself with the existence. That is one. Once I identify myself with the existence, then I perform as if I am doing all actions for the sake of existence. I'm not doing anything for anyone. Looks complex, but no, it looks complex, but not very deep. But I'm just giving you an introduction to the third step. First, know how to identify with the existence. Am I related to the space outside? Tell me, yes or no. You will say yes, then answer me how. Am I related to the air present in the existence? Am I related to the earth? Tell me, am I related to the vegetable, fruits? Answer is yes. How many times you recall and become aware that you are related to the existence? None of the time. Why? The mind is so much contracted with the impurities of the mind that it never opens up to the nearest world around us. Are you getting it? How to identify with the existence. Let us understand in a different way. What is the different way? Yes. Do you breathe? Yes, we breathe. What are you asking? I'm alive, so I breathe. Okay. So, does the air present in the existence sends you the bill every month how much breath you have taken, and this is the bill? No. Did it ever occur into our mind that we are related to the air present in the existence? No. How to relate? Just become aware that I exist because of the air present in the existence. Same way, does the space sends you the bill? No. Can I tell you something interesting? We say, this is my house. I say, this is my house. You say, that is your house. You say, do we say? Can you dream of any house without a space? You say, I have a beautiful mansion. So I will say, okay, let me take the space out of the mansion and you keep your mansion, you keep your house. Not possible. what is real, we are we lack awareness of that. And what is unreal, we have in abundance. Why? Because of the subtle ego. Because of that, ego is caused by the impurities. Did you understand how to identify? I have to just remember. I have to become aware. Oh, thanks, existence. Because of the space you continuously offer, the air you offer, the water you offer, but do not send the bill. Municipality sends you the bill, but water does not send you the bill. The earth. So remembering expands the mind. My friends, it dissolves that impurity. It unwraps the first layer, the first cover. That is what I was talking in the very beginning. So, know what is the question? Know how to identify with the existence. So, I don't know is means I'm not aware of it. That my life not only depends on what I am earning, that gives me the food and the place and the events and situations to enjoy, but much before that, much before that, my friend, that existence keeps me alive. They do not send me. So when you simply think, just become aware. What is going to happen? The mind becomes softer and gentle. Um, what is the second? So now every action that I do, you do. Without that existence, it is not possible. So mentally and emotionally, I perform all my action for the sake of the existence. So I get rid of the ego that I did some better to you. You offer the food in the name of the existence to the son. He likes it, very good. He doesn't like it, good. Third, once we have that state of the mind, what is that state? I'm not a doer. In fact, this is the fact. Am I speaking to you? You will say yes. How do you say? My lips, my larynx, my respiratory system, my lungs blows the air out with a specific tone, moving the larynx and the tongue, and that expressed in the form of the words and sentences. Where is the I, the speaker? That speaker cannot exist without this existence. The speaker cannot exist. The listener cannot exist. You are a listener. Today we are having an introductory first four steps to the journey of the real self. The first step is to know the real self and also to know clearly what is not real self. Second is that we have to perform the duties. I must do what I'm supposed to do. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, my mind will be frustrated, anxious. My mind will also move into anxiety, duality, and conflict. What I should not do, and that I do, sins are accumulated. Second is how to identify myself with the existence. No, how to perform the daily activities in the life. That is the second. Third is how to identify with the existence. Identification that, existence belongs to me and I belong to the existence. Without the air and the space and the earth and the fire, my existence is not possible. So I loosen the hold of the impurities of the mind and act of that ego. I get rid of the doer and the enjoyer. That is the third step. Do you carry the burden when you go to the restroom, when you go to the kitchen and prepare a cup of tea? Do you carry the burden of being a doer, wearing the dress? You carry the burden of being a driver? These are just simply labels. Driver, driving the car, means body, breath, mind, intellect is driving the car. Don't worry, even if it feels that it is a complex. I'll make it very simple. And the fourth one, separate. Yes. How the first three steps can easily, successfully be done. That is the answer lies in the fourth step. You understand desire, then you understand what is binding desire. You understand what is unbinding desire. Once you have a clarity and understanding of the binding and the unbinding desires, and you start thinking, speaking, and acting with reference to unbinding desire. What is unbinding desire? That doesn't bind you, that does not cause limitation, that does not cause an emotional bondage, that does not make you feel anxious, that does not create an anxiety, duality, conflict. That is unbinding desire. I have never known this. No, you do it every day. Every action, look at those small actions. You're sitting on a couch listening to me. Is this a binding desire? No. You go to the kitchen and prepare a cup of tea and coffee. Is it a binding desire? No. What is unbinding desire? When we perform an action, at the time of doing an action, during the action, after the action, this crazy mind keeps its impression alive and have a lot of conflict within. So when we separate in our head binding desires from unbinding desires, what happens? The next moment you are totally free. Not only in peace, happiness, love, and wisdom, but you have a sense of freedom. You internally recognize you are living a stress free life. Your mind will say, oh, let us pick up the fourth step first. No, I should remember, I should recognize, I should be able to know what is real self and what is not real self. You're angry, not real self. That is not you. You are stressed, that is not you. You are in peace and happiness, that is you. You experience the sense of freedom in the presence of the existence, that is you. You are doing action for the sake of an action. That's all. You don't have any expectations. It comes from the real. You're in presence of your son. You play a role of the play a role of the mother, playing the role of the mother with an unbinding desire. But if you keep the sense of emotional freedom, emotional bondage, what is going to happen? You're not performing your role, you're not doing your duty. So you will carry a lot of impressions. The sun is gone, you are still thinking. You are still into reaction mode, anger mode. Why it happens? From where we started the journey, the self-discovery. Do you still remember what do you mean by the discover, uncover? How many layers? Three layers. Outermost layer is wrapping is the impurities of the mind. Second layer is restlessness. Third layer is ignorance. That is what we are doing. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niram. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kashyed dukha bhagavata. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Remember, you can also read the book, and it is the same section 4. Study, acquire, retain the knowledge of the real self and not self to begin the journey of the self discovery. Step 2. Know the duties in daily life. Duties. What I am supposed to do, I must do to prevent accumulating the sins in my life. And I must not do what I am not supposed to do to prevent any sins to be accumulated in me. Because these sins manifest in anxiety, duality, conflict, unfavorable condition and situation. Third, you remember the third. Now, how to identify with the existence and dedicate all your actions to quieten the mind. Mind can never become quiet if we do not relate ourselves to the existence. Fourth, separate binding desires from the unbinding desires. Why? To lead a stress free life. To recognize that peace and happiness instantly and to live